What's up, guys? The Iceman here on this Wednesday. And yes, you hear the CM Punk music hit. No CM Punk in the WWE. And this is what this video is all about today. Um, I honestly believe since CM Punk left the night after the Royal Rumble, no showed Raw, has been a very big loss for the WWE. CM Punk was that guy. He had the personality, he had the charisma. He was that guy to liven things up on Monday Night Raw when maybe Raws weren't all that good. And now CM Punk is gone. And, I know a lot of people out there, don't care that CM Punk isn't around. But, you have a product now with, Reigns, Ambrose, Rollins, Bray Wyatt, and then maybe some pushing of some other guys. And the usual John Cena's and the Randy Ortons and the Sheamuses and whatnot. And now with the injury to Wade Barrett's shoulder, what's going to happen there? But yeah, CM Punk being gone is a big loss for the WWE. I was hoping he'd be back at Payback at the pay-per-view in Chicago. He never showed. And now, with the fact that AJ Lee is expecting a child, CM Punk and her to be married, or if not married already, I don't see CM Punk coming back anytime soon. Rumors have it that he's very, very financially well off. So I'm very happy for him and AJ Lee, two of my favorite stars that were in the WWE. And if you really think about it too, what really is it for CM Punk more to accomplish? And it's sort of ironic too that CM Punk, in this era, held the WWE title belt more days in a row than anybody in the modern era. And then if you look at the other side of the coin, AJ Lee, the former Divas champion after she lost to Paige, she also has held the women's belt longer than anybody else in the Divas division. And it's sort of ironic that both these longest reigning title holders, of recent times are both gone. And for me, AJ Lee with that psychotic attitude, beautiful young lady that just, brought, a lot of attention to all the fans here in the WWE universe. I mean, I, for one, when she was on, I always loved watching her. She is probably my all-time favorite diva in the WWE, although it's been a very short career for her. When she was general manager of Raw, she did some things that were just so fun to watch, even though that was a short reign as well. And but her as champion, she just made things fun to watch. And you were always hoping when there was a pay-per-view that she was going to be on there and defend her title, just because of her personality and her psychotic ways. But again, no AJ Lee, longest reigning Divas title holder, and CM Punk in the modern day era, the longest reigning WWE title holder, both gone. And it doesn't look like anytime soon that we're going to see either one of them. And if you don't think it's a big loss to the WWE, think again, because who's the man that really sparked wrestling a couple years ago with that pipe bomb on Raw? It was CM Punk. And CM Punk just brought a lot of interest into watching Monday Night Raw. He did things that probably were out of the ordinary, that he didn't really have the right to say, or it wasn't passed or approved by the WWE, but he did it anyway. And these are the kind of things that the WWE need right now. I mean, they're focusing on the former Shield members, Ambrose, Reigns, Rollins, also the Wyatt family with Bray Wyatt, and as well as Rusev. They got Adam Rose, I think, is a bust. Bo Dallas, I think, will go nowhere. Dolph Ziggler, they're starting to try to give him another push again, whom I think is a talent that should be up there in the superstar level. And then we have the guys of yesterday, of John Cena, Randy Orton, Sheamus as well. And the WWE needs a guy like CM Punk to really motivate and really ignite fuel to the fans. And I know there's a lot of CM Punk haters out there, but you have to admit, if you really sit down and think about it, Raw this year, I mean, they've had some good moments, but they've had more bad moments than they've had good moments. It's gotten to the point where we see so much of Stephanie McMahon, and it's gotten to the point where a lot of people like seeing Stephanie on TV. I, for one, don't. I think Stephanie is, the focus is more on her than it is on the superstars that are in the ring performing night in and night out that really keep the WWE alive today. Where I think wrestling will go in the next 5 to 10 years, I think if it's on the path that it's going right now, I think the WWE may not even be around. A lot of people will disagree with me, but you need to develop new stars. And I, for one, don't think those new stars are there. I don't think we'll ever see another Rock, another Stone Cold Steve Austin, or never see another Hulk Hogan for that matter. And that's probably a definite thing. But yeah, look back and, you know, you got the access to the WWE Network. Go back and start watching CM Punk, his title reign, his matches with John Cena, Ryback, Daniel Bryan, whomever. And, you know, that's when things were really exciting. I mean, I forgot what year it was, Money in the Bank, when CM Punk, you know, walked out. And there was a confrontation with Vince McMahon and John Cena. And, you know, Vince wanted to make sure John held the belt. And John said, no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the right way. And he ended up losing to CM Punk. But there was just so many things about CM Punk. I mean, and if you go back to earlier in his WWE career, he wasn't liked by Triple H, so he just got, you know, he got sort of like pushed to the back of the line. He finally got the World Heavyweight title, and then one night he was going to defend it, and they told him that night, the day of that match, that he was going to lose that title. And you know, he had no respect back then, but he worked his way hard and he earned his respect, and he earned my respect because when he first came to the WWE, I was not a big CM Punk fan. I disliked him more so when he was with the Nexus. But after that era in the WWE, when CM Punk threw that pipe bomb out there, it just sort of changed everything. I just found a new respect for CM Punk. And then, you know, I just realized how good the guy really was and how great he was on the mic. And you don't find too many people that good on the mic nowadays. I mean, we always, you know, thought The Rock was probably pretty much the best person on the mic, but there are a lot of other people out there that are just as good as well. And CM Punk was right up there at the very top. So, yeah, so with CM Punk and AJ Lee gone, it took a big chunk out of the heart of the WWE. And in my opinion, I don't think the WWE has recovered yet. And hopefully they find a way to recover soon, because it in my eyes, it has taken away a lot from me as far as the interest in, you know, making sure I watch the whole show. And, you know, I'm just hoping that they come up with something. I would love to see Shane McMahon come back. I would love to see Vince McMahon come back on TV. You know, I know when he was on all the time, we got tired of seeing him. But you know something, right now, I think the WWE needs that kind of a spark. Get Stephanie off TV. Maybe somewhere down the road, who knows, maybe we'll see AJ and CM Punk return at some certain point in the future. But I don't think it's anytime soon. So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. And I really believe in this, that the loss of CM Punk and AJ Lee has really hurt the WWE. Peace out, everybody. Have yourself a very, very great Wednesday.